Okay, basically nilianzia Kenya. I've been performing in Kenya. I started my music in Kenya. I started my studio Barikiwa studio in Kenya. So when I went to Sweden, nilienda kujaribu an outside market, just to grow my brand and my market. Secondly, during that time, ukijaribu kuweka your music on digital platforms, like Spotify, on all those platforms. Ukifungua hapo wanakwambia whatever is not in your account is not in your region. And I wanted to sell my music because unapata my fans abroad wanakwambia how can we buy your music, can download, so it was hard for me. So I went huko ili nipate hiyo market ya nje so that I'm able to sell my music to my fans in the US and in Europe. But then I started a studio, yes, in Sweden, but I got only 2 clients, And so wale niliwacha huku pia upcoming, because me I deal mostly with upcoming. So all the big artists right now I started with them from wakiwa wachanga, kuna tu wanawajua. So unapata upcoming artists, they are calling me, umetuacha bure, now tuko lonely, who will help us? So it was also hurting me a little bit. So I decided to come back and continue the work I was doing here.
Talking of upcoming artists,
yeah.
Kuna upcoming artists wenye wana complain eti nyinyi wenye mmekaa kwa industry sana mnapatiwa time more ya kuperform kwa stage, but wanapatiwa short time. Unaweza kusema nini?
Definitely for any promoter, mtu akitengeza show, anatengeza show ili apate do wamelipia wakuwe entertain. Action, unapewa opportunity ya kujisell, unaona? But the main artists wale wako pale, they love to get the bigger time, time kubwa ya kuperform. That's the thing. So wale wana complain, to me I would say ni artists mwenye agree European Union, unaona? They will come and have fun for that day. So the reception is good. So ina depend pia na msanii.
So kuna hii performance ya Japesa na Prisinda, ni gani ndio utaenda?
Nitaenda ya Inda because is my boy from ground zero mpaka amekuwa celeb. Na tukimaliza mapema kama Japesa bado anacheza, nitaenda Japesa.
Alafu nikuulize, what do you look for when you're working with Bangla artists?
Artists alikuwa kanatenda amekuja na message ikiwa mbichi tunaivisha. We work, it's a collective responsibility. Tunasaidiana, tunakuwa na content ambapo tukitoa itakusela sana artist. Kuingia tu. Because tunajaribu kuwa motivate, kupatia psych. Unaona? But ukiongea nani mkubwa, wote ni wakubwa. Musa, Emma, Prisinda, Elisha, Freddy, Kevo, Willy, mimi mwenyewe. So hakuna artist mkubwa, I don't rate them. But kitu mimi usema kunaweza kuwa na mwenye at the moment is reigning, ako na ile fame, maybe he has a new album imempush sana, so at the moment tunaweza sema tuko na Prisinda is doing so well. That's the truth.
What Phoebe ni vindia hapa na represent gossip Shiro. Inasemekana wasanii wa Jaluo mko ni utumia madawa, mkiona mwenzenyu anakuja yani ana patch. Unaweza address aje hiyo?
Kuna mtu atumida hapa
witchcraft.
Oh, witchcraft.
Yeah.
Hiyo sijui baba. Hiyo sijui.
Okay, mimi naitwa Ivan Bramwell kutoka Ivan TV. So langu naelekeza kwa DJ Aisher. Kama DJ mwenye asili ya Kenya na ukaenda kupiga kazi kule Bali. Unaweza tuambia changamoto zipi ambazo umepatana nazo kule?
Yeah, the challenges I would say is the crowd. Our crowd is not that big, I'm not going to lie, because the number of people we have there, you have to deduct those who can make it to the events, those who maybe love the kind of event you're putting up. So it's always a challenge to put up event and have a huge turn up, let's say from Kenyans, because we are not that many. Another challenge I'll say, napitia could be like getting updated to the songs. Like as a DJ, nitajua those songs, the new songs, but now the crowd down there, they're not up to date with the songs. So I feel like I have to play more of the old songs and introduce the new songs. So challenging the crowd, basically.
Okay, this is the one big show. Ningependa kuuliza in German, we know there are German speaking language. So how do you cope with the German? Do you mse umetoka Kenya?
Come up again?
In German,
yeah.
It's a German speaking country.
Yeah.
Wewe unakopaje ku speak German? Wewe ni Mkenya au unajua German?
I speak German because I went there since I was 10, so I speak German.
I have a question too, from diaspora to Australia.
some years back you came here, ukasema kwamba you set up women empowerment project.
Exactly.
Hebu tuambie imefika wapi, kunaenda aje sasa?
Actually, the Women Empowerment Project was basically to empower women and ladies, and that's something that I'm still working on. I really love to push and support ladies because, you know, the society is not really giving the ladies or women in the industry that kind of support. So I thought of now that I have the platform, it's really important to pull and support the other ladies. So the project itself hasn't been initiated because of these COVID things that happened. And also when I came last year, we had few stuff that didn't go well as planned. But should things get back to normalcy, definitely I'll continue with that project. It's my #1 priority.
White media, tunafahamu wewe ni nurse by profession na bado wewe ni DJ. Una balance aje kufanya DJ at same time unafanya DJ?
Yeah, that's true. It's really a tough combination for me. And my main challenge is time to practicing time. I really have limited time to practice. But I normally program myself because we are lucky, let's say in Germany, you have like 2 months prior, you are working schedule. So I know exactly when I'm working, and my boss really is a lovely lady, and she understands and she knows that I'm into the DJ. I'm a DJ, and normally I give her my schedules. Let's say if I know in 2 months or in 1 month I'll be having shows, I normally tell her the days I would love to be free, and the days that maybe if shows pop up and I'm scheduled to be working, I normally try and change the shift within my colleagues. Yeah, so far it has been working, but the main challenge for me is having enough time to practice.
Deejay Aisher, Plug TV hapa. We have gone through your mixtapes on YouTube and everywhere. We discovered that you really put Kenyan music on your mixtapes. Can you tell us the reason why you don't put Kenyan music?
The reason, actually, I have so many Kenyan mixtapes, even as we are talking right now, both videos and audios. The main challenge is the copyright. Ngoma wananipiga kishenzi. Ngoma, the copyright issue, because that's the main challenge. I don't know if it's happened because I'm uploading them from the Europe, because I see other DJs, they upload the same songs that I have, and it's showing on YouTube. If I try, I get strike, like blocked, cannot be seen, everything. My main challenge is copyright, and if I just wish if the Ngoma, if they'll be able to see this, if I could work with them, because I'm really out there to support the Kenyan industry. I'm really supporting the Kenyan music, really putting out there, but it's hard for me to upload their mixtapes or even include the Kenyan songs during my live stream because of the copyright strikes that I get. That's the main challenge.
Deejay Aisher, you can really be here with this. So what does it take to be a successful female DJ in Kenya and abroad?
In Kenya, I won't say much because I started my career over there, and I normally come here shortly only for shows. But in general, what I'll say has put me out there is self-discipline, self-worth. And this goes to all female DJs, I can say. Please, if you know that you are a female DJ and you want to make it in the industry, don't use your beauty, your body to put it there. Because let's say umeitiwa show, people won't stay there staring at your beauty, ama maybe umeva, but they will be there to enjoy what you're playing. So for me, it's self-discipline and always trying to be different, really going hard on it. I'm so aggressive. If you happen to watch me play, I'm so aggressive when playing because I know my work, and I'm like, it's this work, these skills that I need people to recognize me with, and not my beauty or maybe the way I'm dressed or the way I'm showing off. So for me, it's that skills. Skills matters, self-discipline, and your self-worth, knowing that I'm here for a show. When I'm done, bye-bye.
Sorry for word Phoebe. Tumekuwa tukiona Luo artists, most of the time they normally work with each other. But you've never seen any collab between a Luo artist and a central artist, kama Samido, and maybe Kevo hapa. How come you guys don't cooperate? Kama do collabs together?
Okay, unajua Wangla industry is growing and it's growing very fast. And as at now, kuna makolabo ziko chini ya maji. So very soon mtaziona tu zikitoka. There are things chini ya maji zinafanyika. We are approaching different artists, how we can work together so that we build each other.
Would you guys love to work maybe with one of the greatest artists from Central, Samido?
Not only Samido, kuna wasanii wengi. There are things, Samido right now, I think kuna talks with some young artists going on right now. I think some people are also in studio at the moment. So, hivi karibuni mtaona tu zitatoka.
Engineer, Deejay Aisher, kazi yao hapa. Tumezoea kuona matamasha mengi zikifanywa kwa wasanii bora nini. Mbona atupate zile DJs of the years nini. Mbona kuna ukimya sana nyinyi ma DJ kupata awards?
I think it's the concerned people. It's so sad that actually the artists, because okay, I identify myself as an artist, say to DJ. I feel like we are not being given that much support from the government and all that, and those who are the ministry which is concerned. Because organizing such kind of awards should be from the ministry who is involved or who is concerned with that. And that's the same thing I also say with our artists. Unapata artist ni mzuri and there's no support to back that artist up. It's all about the ministry concerned. Yeah, they should come up and support the industry.
Omondi, kuna kabidi hapa. Watu wasema that ni season utapata msanii anakuja anahit anaenda. Sasa address aje hiyo issue?
Okay, sijaona mwenye amehit akaenda in the first place. They are still there, they're performing. But just like I said, unaweza hit because it's a competition. Unaweza hit leo, kesho mwingine come up na another song, amehit. So utapata that particular time ni huyu ako on the wave. Lakini yule bado ana perform tu, ako na fan base yake, is still earning a living, still doing okay. So sijaona yule mwenye alikuja akahit akaenda. Wenye wameenda tu ni wale wamekufa kama Musa Juma, Lady Morin, but the rest wale wengine wakitamba bado wako tu, they're still performing, they're still living a good life wako.
But watu wanasema as in time yako ikifika, watu watakushangilia, mwingine akikuja watakuacha waende kwa mwingine sasa.
Hiyo inafanyika hivyo hata kwa nyinyi bloggers au YouTubers. Unaweza hata kuja na hit, watu wanamfuata lakini still bado kuna loyal followers wako, they're still subscribing, they're still watching your videos. Yeah, so it's normal in every industry.
So la mwisho. Mbona uliamua kumove studio kutoka Kariobangi North to Kisumu?
No, sikutoka Kariobangi South to Kisumu. Nilitoka Kariobangi South nikaenda Lakisama, from Lakisama nikaenda Greenspan. Kumbuka hiyo ni nyumba ya 800, 1000, 1050. So it's growth, yeah? Yeah, it's expansion.
Gossip with Shiro. Willy niko na swali. There's this time nilikuwa na perform Mombasa. Ukatokea house na show. Nilikuwa na rafiki mkaanza kudangania microphone. Nini ilifanya hiyo shida ikatokea?
Ati?
Kuna siku ulikuwa, okay, this is Maureen from Gossip with Shiro. Kuna siku ulikuwa na perform Mombasa. Then ukatokea house kwa show. Wewe na Phoebe mkangangania microphone. What happened? Nini ilifanya mpaka shida ikatokea?
Inafanyika?
Haijafanyika tukiwa na yeye Mombasa.
Ilifanyika wapi?
Haijafanyika.
Mimi na yeye.
Tujazo sana na yeye.
Mimi ni baba yao.
Ni baba yao.
Haijafanyika. Maybe you are confused.
Basa ndio tulienda, tuliperform fiti, tukarudi Nairobi.
Hakuna kitu kilitokea kwa show.
Hakuna.
Alafu engineer, bado tukibaki kwako, juzi tumeona umeposti katika mtandao wako wa Facebook kwamba kuna jamaa fulani unahusishwa na kesi ya insult, alionekana akipigwa kofi, alafu ukasema unaachia Mungu. Je, unaweza kujitoaje kwa hiyo shughuli? Kama story mzima.
Unajua hizo ni vitu za social media. I'm also seeing the video circulating vile uliona hivyo. And since I was not there, I have nothing to say about it much. But kitu najua kuna mtu alipatikana ambaye huwa na insult wasanii wengi sana. Yeye kazi yake ni kutukana watu na hata hajawahi onana na hajawahi kukutana nao, unaona? So his work is just to insult people. Siku ile ameamua ni Deejay Aisher anataka kutukana, anatukana with no mercy. Na mjui hajawahi kukutana naye. So apparently alikutana na a group of people wenye amekuwa akiwa insult na akakutana nao in the same room, unaona? So these guys made to understand they landed on him like thunder. You see? Because he was trying to be tough. Anaongeleshwa na anawajibu vibaya. So in that process wakamwambia, now this is what you're going to do. We are calling everyone you've ever insulted, and you must apologize to everyone. That is when we are forgiving you na tukupeleki kwa polisi. You get the point? So they called people, na hata mimi nikapigiwa. I think nikipigiwa was with you. You also there, right? Nikamwambia kuna jamaa amekuwa kutukana watu ameshikwa because ilipatikana Kisumu, sisi tuko Nairobi. And so I spoke with the person, kamuliza, why do you insult the people? Why do you go around insulting artists left, right, center? Please, heshimu hustle ya watu and never do that again because it will land you in problems. If it's not character assassination, it will be cyberbullying and you may not even have the strength kujitoa kwa hiyo. So that's what I can say about the story. And then apparently huko wakifanya hizo vitu zao walikuwa wanashika ma video. So I think that's one of the videos that is circulating. But me, I was not there. I was in Nairobi.
Aisher, for how long are you planning to be here, or have you relocated to Kenya?
Actually, I'm shortly here for my tour. That is East African tour. Nimeanza na Kenya. UG, I might not be there because of the restrictions they have, but I really wanted to be there. And as for the duration, I'm gonna be here till middle of October ama end of October, depending.
Swali kwako DJ Aisha, tumesikia umesema your main challenge in Germany ni crowd. So do you just depend on the Kenyans abroad ama uladi the Germans?
Actually, funny enough, I play most of my shows, I'll say 90% of my shows are non-Kenyan events.
Sure.
Because Germany, we have the entire Africa. And if you follow me keenly and see my posts, you'll realize that most of the artists, African artists, if they come to perform in Germany, I'm always their DJ. So my crowd is not strictly Kenyan crowd, but entirely African crowd and also German crowd. It's a mixed crowd.
As a manager to DJ Aisha, what challenges gani zenye unapitia?
Okay. As a manager to DJ Aisha, kuna challenges tunapitia. Unaona kama DJ Aisha sahi kama amekuja Kenya hivi, we get a lot of club managers are coming for us. They're asking for shows, but then you get that they're not living up to the expectations. Sometimes you get there, the equipments that are there are not up to standard, such that Aisha can have a comfortable time and can be able to entertain the fans. So that is one of the challenges that we get. And then second challenge that we get too is the issues to do with there's a lot of hypocrisy. Somebody will book a show, like this is something that we witnessed last week. Somebody will book a show, then he makes commitments, you meet him, then when it comes to signing contracts, you find that this person is not legit. So those are some of the challenges that we are finding as we are trying to penetrate into the Kenyan market.
No, DJ Aisha, swali lingine tu hapa. Wewe ni msichana mrembo, kusema tu kweli, wapendeza, rangi ya kuvutia. Sasa sijui kama kuna vile umepata mchumba ama bado uko single?
Na mchumba.
Na mchumba.
Sijachumbiwa lakini na mpenzi.
Ningependa kuuliza tena, hapa Kenya kuna maartist kadhaa ambao pia wanapendeza. Ni swali tu la kuona maoni yako. Ukipewa chance kati ya Omondi na Willy uchague mmoja wapo mchumba, utachagua nani?
Unaweza nipatia third option?
Ni one night stand.
Nipe third option.
Ni hawa wawili.
Hawa wawili.
Hapa tuongezee Jalang'o basi.
So, hebu rudia swali.
Kwa mfano unatafuta mchumba, kama Jalang'o angekuwa single, alafu tuko pale na Jalang'o, Omondi na Willy Paul. Unataka tu mchumba kutoka kwa hao watatu. Ungechukua nani akuwe mchumba wako?
I'll go for Jalang'o.
Wow, mbona Jalang'o na si wengine?
Mbona Jalang'o? Okay. Wow. Nikifuatilia Jalang'o, how he has grown, he really motivates me, and whatever he does, he motivating people. Napenda vitu kama hizo. Mimi I love it when somebody is up there anakumbuka watu wa chini akiwainua. And Jalang'o, I know tangu hizo enzi kipindi zake, I used to follow him, and the growth really, it's really something to recommend and really talk about. Yeah, and I think he's also more mature. I love mature people. Spend the drama, so
Another question here.
I'll go
Okay.
for him.
Another question here, Aisha, from diaspora in Australia. So, ulitoka Kenya, ukaenda na exchange program.
Yeah.
Tueleze kuhusu hiyo exchange ilikuwa.
Actually, exchange program ilionipeleka Germany inaitwa au pair. Au pair, okay. To make it simple, naweza sema modern kama kubabysit, whereby a family has a kid, lakini wako busy, hawana zile za kutafuta mbochi. So they need someone who will take this kid to school na mpick. And after school, you stay there with the kid, unamsaidia kama ni homework. Only kid ndio kazi yako. Hiyo time mtoto yako shule, you go and learn the language. Because the main thing is you stay with the family for 1 year. As you are taking care of the kid, they give back to you by paying your language school, everything, your insurance, and paying you also monthly up to 30K. So just kumpeleka mtoto na kumrudisha, and they're feeding you. And after 1 year, you can continue with your studies for those who want to study. It's mainly for those who want to study, so anakusaidia katika hiyo preparation. As you learn the language and get to familiarize yourself, you help them look after the kids. So inaitwa au pair. That's the program nilienda nayo.
What fee? How much do you spend per week?
Per week? I normally don't huwa sipigange hesabu, but maybe 50K. Yeah.
Swali kwako engineer kutoka the Wabit Show. So uko na studio, unaweza tuelezea your main challenge yenye kusupport wasanii na zile experiences zenye umekuwa nazo kusupport wasanii?
Okay, first of all, kusupport wasanii kwangu mimi naifanya kama hobby. It's not a business. That's why I can take an artist and I'm record the whole album. I will not have any contract with them, sitaitisha anything, we just do. So, number one, that is a hobby for me. Some of the challenges pia, unaweza chukua artist na unaona period yake ya kumtoa nje haijafika, lakini yeye anataka ingie, aimbe, utoe saa hiyo. Unajua? They don't want that seasoning process ile unamweka kwa studio. You learn bit by bit, unamwambia now this song, this is what we need to do, this is the process we need to go through a song ndio tukutoe nje. So juu mwenye anakuja mimi nataka ndikwe kama Kevo Makawili, ama nimekuja nataka ndikwe kama Inda. Hana vision yake personal, anda ku capture vision ya mtu. Unaona? So that's an artist mwenye kudeal naye ni ngumu, na so inabidi at times mnakosana hata. Unaona? But as a producer, na kama baba yao, I'll stand my ground and they'll have to go with my speed because najua the right time yao ya kutoka. For instance, like big song Musa Jakadala Eraremo. That song ilibidi nikae nayo kwa studio around 7 months. 7 months. And he had to go at my speed. Like, today I want you to studio, this is what we are going to do. Just a verse or two. This is what I want you to do. And he was faithful to that. And then, for instance, Elisha mtoto wa shule Paroganya Suba, I had to put him on hold for 4 years, you know. And on the 4th year, when he came to studio now, he became an artist, a big one, and he's now a hit. You get the point? So the biggest challenge ni kupata artist mwenye anakuja na vision yake, and then we combine the visions yako pia kama producer, and then we say this is now the process ile tutaenda nayo so that we achieve a good result. So that's the only biggest challenge. But hizi zingine financial hapo sinanga shida, because I do is a hobby, is a passion. My music pays me, so the studio is just a hobby to give others opportunity, because hata mimi someone else gave an opportunity for me now to be engineer World Phoebe.
So so apart from you, of course, the artist gani mwingine unafeel like
okay, to me there are very many ways mtu anaweza raise industry. Some have the ability ya ku support financially. Some have the ability like ana connect na producer, like now DJ Aisher hapa. DJ Aisher, when she approached me, alini approach na one language. I want to help you support the industry. You get the point? And I adapted that because mi upenda mtu ambaye anaona kitu mtu anafanya na maybe akona a bigger platform anaweza ifanya from ile point nimeifikisha. So like she came in and then akaianza push in the European market. No. And we ended even having a show together with one of my artists. Actually, the first artist for Barikiwa Studio, Kofi Makadori. We went with him and we had a big show in Germany, courtesy of Deejay. So alikuwa anasaidia to support the industry. And then again also another way, each and every artist trying to do good music. The moment you do music, the industry is still growing. So artists pure, they contribute in growing the industry by doing good music, composing good music. So to me, everybody, radio presenters, they also help in growing the industry. YouTubers, bloggers, people of the media like you, the press, you also help in growing the industry. So it's a collective responsibility to me.
Okay. And between the two, the joggers, of course, the two biggest artists in Mwanza, Johnson and Shakira. Who do you feel like anajaribu the artists in Mwanza
I think I'll go for Calligraph Jones because naona anajaribu kupea watu opportunity collabos, Kidanja Pesa, there's something he's doing Prince Inda, na nimeona kadhaa, so I'll give it back, up to him because he's trying. Unaona ana collaborate na wasanii wadogo nini hivyo, anapata opportunity. So to me I see is helping with the growth of the industry.
Does that mean that Octopizzo doesn't help to grow the Kenyan industry, music industry?
No, hakusema Kenyan, kuna kitu alisema. Wasanii, aliongea kuhusu wasanii from Luo Nyanza. Yeah, so I'm talking about that. So naongea ile kitu nimeona. Yeah, I don't know much about Octopizzo, that's the truth.
Okay, going to Chiro.
Yeah.
I have a question to DJ Aisha. DJ Aisha, do you always go undergo a challenge, maybe umeitwa uende show maybe somewhere, alafu kuna hii challenge ya kulipwa, maybe unataka hii pesa, alafu watu wanataka kupatia pesa fulani. Ushapitia challenge kama hiyo? Maybe here in Kenya or maybe there in Germany?
Yeah, challenges Zippo and also here in Kenya. I remember especially when I came here 2019, the first time I came here for the tour, and people were like, okay, we are willing to post lakini tunakupata hiyo exposure. I was like, I made myself known over there. I'm down here in my home country, a big club where I could pull all my fans there and they wanted to play for free. So yeah, kuna hizo some club owners whereby they will be like, okay, we don't but exposure. I don't need that exposure for real. I've had it because I've pushed myself, and right now, if I'm down here, it's business. So definitely, I have such challenges whereby either the payment, what I'm requesting for, that like, no, we can't pay that, or. But
how do you deal with it?
I normally don't force. I'm one person who believes in the right time. Like if something is meant to be mine, is mine. Hata saizi nitiwekwa the biggest club and whatever the offering is less, I won't go there because of the name of the club, no.
So roughly how much do you charge for a single show?
COVID has really messed us up. So right now I'm really I'm trying to reason with the club owners. If they call me for a show, to not reason because the hours clear. So siweki strict at this is what I want. I talk to them to not reason tunasema yenyewe. Opening hours in less, and let's see how we can work it. Right now it's all about work more.
So. Now we are seeing the three of you together. Any plan? Any show?
Sure, of course. We have our main show on the 11th of September. That is the Rumba show, which will take place Pale Mugos Choma, Jamor. Yeah. And Ward Phoebe is one of the artists who will be there. But there is not only a producer. He's also an artist. He does rumba, he does ohangla.
Actually, the biggest rumba artist in Kenya.
Yeah, you won't feel. Najua Fahamu. And all these ohangla artists you guys are talking about, he's the main producer who made them. So, ni mtu wako chini ya maji. So he's going to
kutoka Ivan TV. Ningependa nikuulize hiyo. Unapata sana wasichana wa kike au wenyewe wako kwenye field ya DJ. Sana wengine huwa wanaume wanataka kutoka nao kimapenzi ili wape gig. Umejipata katika situation kama hiyo?
I've never been in such situation. Reason, because from the word go, I've always set like I have that self-respect and my values. I'm like, you are calling me for show, this is what you have to pay me, this is how it has to be, how ni host kwako, you pay my hotel, and I make it clear from the word go.
Na unapata kuna wale wasichana wako kule nje na wanafanya hivyo. Unaweza wapa ushauri?
Definitely there are, because unfortunately there's so many also niseme my promoters the concerned people who take the advantage of using those girls those DJs to give them the show. I know they're desperate and they want to take that show, but my advice would be, because let's say wafanya hivyo, you take the offer. That guy will talk and say, huyu nililala naye nikampatia show bure. The next person you go to the next club promoter, either atakupatia less ama atafanya the same thing. Ama hata kama nakulipa, he'll be like, nakulipa, but you have to, you know. So, but if you make a clear, if you have, sorry guys, I'm thinking German, naongea Kiingereza.
Now,
if you say the principle from the word go, trust me.
Well, I have
you always have
one for engineer Wood Phoebe. As an engineer, umesema kwamba ame grow wasanii wengi to be who they are today. And ukiangalia hiyo line ya Luo music, ina msemo ya kwamba eti huwa wanavutana. Kwa Kijaluo ni you are what? Like to a point that hawana organization mpaka inapata wakati mzee akona shida ndio watu kukaa pamoja wanachanga vitu kama hizo. If it's true, how do you guys handle it? And if it's not true, why is it being said out there? Then to DJ Aisha, the question that mwenzangu aliuliza kwamba how do you survive in I just want to connect it, like how do you manage to survive in the male-dominated industry, more so when you are in Kenya, because most of you are based in Germany, and then when you come to Kenya, how do you manage to go through that particular process as a guest?
As I did say, your skills sells you out. For me right now, skills zangu and what I've been doing out there has made it much more easier for me to come down here, because most of the people calling me for shows, most of the shows I'll be performing, one on Anita. It's much more easier. So as I did say from the beginning, it's all about your skills and how you push yourself. I know it's a male-dominated industry, but right now, I'm not afraid to face any DJ niwekiwa hapa nayo, any female DJ, I can battle any. So that confidence, I always move around with it. And I don't see myself as a female DJ. Najiona mimi ni DJ, and I can't grace any stage. So, yeah.
When I got to the industry, actually, kwa industry, in Luo music industry, I would say I'm the youngest in terms of experience. But nimekuwa mkubwa kwa sababu what I've done, and my contribution to the music industry. Get the point? But if you look at some times back, I tried bringing artists together, all the Luo artists. And that time I was just a few months, 9 months old in the industry. By the virtue that Barikiwa Studio became a hit and all the artists were running to me. So I took the advantage and brought the artists together. We started talking and we wanted to have some kind of unity. But you know, in an industry whereby there was competition, and it was not healthy at that particular moment, because everyone wanted their own space and everybody wanted to be the king of. You get the point? So right now we've worked so hard to make sure artists begin to appreciate each other, embrace each other, and you can see even recently you are there. Unaona tukiwa na Harambee, all artists come together, they support each other, they perform for free and also give something, you know, to support each other. So we are on the right course, we're in the journey, and I believe in some few months to come, we'll be having all these things put together and we'll be running with it.
And then it is
Deejay
also said that...
niko na swali la mwisho na tunafunga. Hebu niulize, very soon tutakuwa na Luo Fest hapa tarehe 28 na I understand like all of you are Luo from Nyanza. I really don't know kama mta-attend, knowing that Jalang'o is one of the organizers. Sijui kama mta-attend.
You have to be there bwana. And the balance, unaoja kidogo na kama uko na so ingine mahali unaenda. Yeah.
I'll be in Kisii because I'm having a show in Kisii. But we have talks already. The next Luo festival, which definitely will follow me in Europe, Kisumu, Dada. I'll be there. Because already wako na DJ.
And by the way, DJ Aisher also started the Luo Ramogi. Diaspora.
Ili swali tu. Talking about one of you guys, Jalang'o is vying for the MP of Lang'ata. Sijui kama nyinyi mnamsupport because you come from the same community. Are you also support being the next Lang'ata MP?
Personally, yeah, I really support and nitamuendorse na ningekuwa na if I were one of the voters in Lang'ata, I would definitely vote for Jalang'o. Reason why, just as I did say when you asked me whom I could choose between.
Naelewa jani yake. It's like my story. You get the point? So if I would support him, not because it's from my community, but because the positive things he's doing for the community, because he's not supporting the Luo community, no. He's supporting Kenyans at large. So I'll support him because of that. And then secondly, I'll support him because ni msanii mwenzangu. Yes, and you want wasanii huko.
So, okay, kila mtu dakika moja maybe tuambie.
That will be the last question I guess.
Yes. So like kwa hii conference,
I felt like it's nice to leave everything I was doing to come and support her because she has East African tour and she has a big show coming on the 11th of September at Mugos Choma Base here in Nairobi, Kayole Spine Road, Shuja Mall. And so it's just good to support a sister who is doing well to help, in making the industry grow. So we're here to support her, and also we have our fans, also to introduce our fans to her so that they can also share the DJ Aisher experience. Yeah, so we're here to support her and to stand by her.
So what Phoebe tukimalizia?
Just a minute, we are malizia.
Sisi tuko hapa support DJ Aisher. Kwanza tunaambia mafans wetu pia jua na wale mafans wote wajui wengine wanamjua, so tunaambia tu on level tutakuwa na show pale Chomazo Shuja Mall. Naambia kila mtu mazee tufike tusupport dada yetu, hata yeye akirudi huko jo pate tunampenda.
What Phoebe tukimalizia, kuna wasanii wa Ohangla wanasema una control what happens in the industry.
Pardon?
Ohangla. You control whatever happens in the industry of Ohangla.
Yeah.
So are you the cartel in the Ohangla industry?
Everyone is a cartel in their own right, but mimi ni baba yao.
So ni cartel.
Asanteni sana.